Yes, happy Saturday afternoon here on January 11th, 2020, as we're getting ready to get down with the Steel City Showdown here at Seven Springs Resort, presented by Tom Wallisch. Joined here by Tom Wallisch, and hyped to have this event here at your hometown.
I'm so excited. This is a dream come true for me. Rail jibs have kind of gone away in free skiing, so excited to bring this event back to life. We've got so much talent. We're here in my hometown where I learned how to ski rails, I learned how to do jumps, and I got all these pro athletes here to celebrate rail skiing with me.
It's got to feel good to be bringing it back to where it all started, but we have got a very exciting start list out here with 21 amazing skiers, everything from contest veterans. We got Olympic medalists, X Games medalists, to 3 AMs that were thrown in the mix that had to battle their way on through that are definitely going to be mixing things up.
A lot of things to look out for. An amazing course. We've got all sorts of urban-inspired features. We have a stair set rail, so down flat to stair set. You don't want to fall there, adding a level of danger and technicality. A flat down rail with sort of a propane tank at the top, so we're going to see everything from big air disasters, big spins, to switch up, surface, all sorts of variety. And then in the middle, one of my favorites, the Y sort of Z rail. A lot of options there. The kinks are harsh. This is a technically difficult rail just to slide, and these guys are going to be absolutely throwing down on it. And the final feature, the transfer, sort of Jersey barrier inspired. Lots of different things, switch ups, all sorts of technical tricks with a really long, that's a 40-foot down rail following that. That is hard to get to the end to every time. Very, very fun feature to hit.
Yeah, definitely got to be locked on to get to the end of that 40-footer. So here at Seven Springs, Pennsylvania for Tom Wallisch's Steel City Showdown. And again, some who's who in the skiing world as we look here at the start list.
So many people to watch out for. We got Alex Hall, who has been on a tear lately, just winning everything in sight. Guys like Colby Stephenson, Taylor Lundqvist, one of our female riders. She is always steezy, always one to watch out for. Evan McEachran, Belmar. These guys are rail wizards. So much talent in the field from all over the U.S., Canada, all the way to Europe. Guys like Sever Vol, a Norwegian, who is crazy. Check him out on Instagram. And all these other guys. We got amateurs that also, I think the AMs have a chance. We watched an event last night where they qualified into this, and guys like Tucker Fitzsimmons, I mean, he can keep up. He might even beat all these pros. It is amazing.
Yeah, LJ Stranio, he was even telling me earlier in the day that he doesn't know what he's going to do against some of these AMs, that they're just bringing the fire from what he saw. So, yeah, they definitely are going to be giving these pros a run for their money out here at Tom Wallisch's your first ever Steel City Showdown.
This is ExactTech GPS. It provides real-time 3D views of a patient's shoulder to help guide in removing the damaged bone, then precisely place the implant. And the first place in Pennsylvania to offer it is Allegheny Health Network.
Tom Wallisch's Steel City Showdown has been brought to you by Monster Energy, Full Tilt Boots, GoPro, Be a Hero, Line Skis, Bose, and the Allegheny Health Network.
All right, well, here we are. Once again, the Steel City Showdown. First time this has ever gone down here at Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. And stoked to have this event getting ready to get underway here with our elimination round.
Very excited. So this is a kid that made it through our little qualifying event earlier. This is Jackson Karstetter. He's out of Perfect North Indiana, so he knows how to spin around on the rails, going for a big trick right out the bat, the front switch up to blindside 630. So we're going to see so much spinning out here today. That one, little backseat, so obviously going to be a little deduction there.
And a controlled start out here, but once we get rolling, it's going to be jam format. And this is Zach Massey from Vermont dropping in.
Yeah, Zach going with the big blindside 360 there. He is, everybody, we're getting going quicker now. This is what this is what a rail jam's all about. It's all about quick laps, getting into it, going really fast, and just like sessioning together. Coming in switch. There's the switch 270, front side 270 out. He's going over the stair set there. The stairs are a really technical little addition to the sort of setup there. Oh, he's checking in. This is Alex Hall, so X Games gold medalist. I mean, this guy knows how to win contests. It's very easy for him to just come out here and try to beat everybody.
Yeah, Alex Hall here, 3 for 3 with big air events recently.
Going switch, and the switch to backside 450.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow.
Starting it off proper. All right, Colby Stephenson, also out of Park City, contest veteran. Checking in here. What's the setup there at the top there, Tom?
Yeah, so we got it set up so that they can do a quicksand, so we can see they can go as fast as possible, and then we know kind of who's going, and obviously it's still running like a real rail jam style. But the goal was to make it so obviously it's not mayhem. We can see what's happening. I want to be able to see all the action, every really difficult trick that goes down, and not miss a beat, because there is some incredible skiing we're going to be seeing today.
All right, Colby Stephenson coming off just a little bit early there, and some long features we got here. You got to be locked in for sure. Just want to see these guys complete. Now Quinn Wolferman, originally out of Missoula, Montana, reside in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, this guy is really fun to watch. Always has a good time out there on the skis. He is just stylish, creative. I saw him in practice doing a lot of one-footed backslide maneuvers. Here he is dropping in switch to the down flat rail. Switch tips down. So the most difficult way to do a switch 270, he's putting his tips down below the rail, swooping them back up. Really technical move there out of Quinn.
All right, next to drop, the first of a few ladies up in the mix, Taylor Lundqvist coming out of Park City, taking a break from filming up outside of Quebec City to be here with us today.
Yeah, she is fun to watch. She's very stylish, very controlled. Oh, losing the hat there at the end of that rail, but going for the flat down, keeping it steezy.
And next up, Katrina Siegfried, originally from Delaware, now spending a bunch of time out in Colorado.
Yeah, very fun girl to watch as well. She had a lot of videos back in the day that went viral on the internet because she was just so good at rail compared to other females at the time. She was doing blindside switch-ups and all sorts of technical moves, so good to see her back out here. She's kind of been out of the scene for a while, had a couple injuries, I think, and great to have her back out here competing in Pennsylvania.
Now the first of a slew of Canadians, Max Moffitt dropping.
Oh, the big right 270 disaster going to switch. So very stylish move there. Keeping it pretty simple. I see, a lot of strategy coming into play. These guys are kind of taking down the degree of difficulty and just trying to get some tricks. You got to get land. The goal is to make it into the top 10. You don't need to win the qualifier. You don't need the elimination round. You need to win the main event.
All right, now we got Evan McEachran, contest veteran, on course.
Whoa, going for the backside 360 switch up into that long down rail. That is crazy. That rail is so long. It's 40 feet after the transfer, so incredibly hard to balance.
Now the Quebecois 2015 X Games bronze medalist for slopestyle, Alex Belmar, for his first showing here.
Whoa, the big 450 pretzel to Belmar. So this guy, he's always been one to watch in slopestyle, but I always thought he excelled on the rails, and I knew this was going to be an event for him.
It was that 2015 bronze medal. It was his rail skills in that contest that got him up on the podium. All right, now dropping in, this is Seaver Bowl.
Oh, really fun Norwegian kid to watch. This kid is so technically sound. He's always switching up. He's spinning. He is just a fun guy to watch.
An Olympic silver medalist dropping next. Devin Logan, originally out of Vermont, now residing out in Utah, also competes in pipe, and just a well-rounded skier, and showing you right there those rail skills as well that helped her get that medal in slopestyle for the Olympic Winter Games 2014 out in Sochi.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the rails are part of slopestyle. This is the aspect of slopestyle I've always loved the most. So to be able to host this event and have all these guys here, I mean, this is my favorite kind of skiing.
All right, originally a Colorado kid, now calling SLC home. This is Cal Carson.
Oh, the backslide, front side switch up to front two. So moving quick. That's a smooth one for him. And that's the first real smooth backslide we've seen like this.
All right, next up, Dale Talkington, originally out of Vermont, now residing in SLC, a guy that you've done some work with.
Definitely, yeah. Really fun guy to film with. He's a part of all of our Good Company films. So always out there hitting the urban rails with me and coming off a little bit early. That was the switch on front side switch up and coming off just a hair early, unfortunately.
All right, next up, coming out of Park City, this is Kai Crapella.
Kai going for the backslide with the transfer rail. He's been warming that one up all week. I don't think I've ever seen him get it this week as good as he just got it there.
All right, LJ Strenio coming out of Vermont here, a veteran indeed, and so accomplished on the rails.
Definitely. Oh, going for the big spin. Oh, LJ going for the 450, so a big crazy move, but just coming off a hair early there. He's going to get up there as quick as he can. We'll try to get this moving fast so these guys and girls can get as many hits in as they can.
All right, this is a pleasure to see this gentleman out here in the mix. Josh Christensen, Olympic gold medalist from 2014 for slopestyle. Doesn't compete anymore, just focuses on filming and slush, and here he is. You brought him out for a contest.
I love to see him back out here. Yeah, he's here for just to show off. I mean, Olympic gold medalist, but also the slush stuff these guys do. Check it out online. Lots of amazing video content, lots of battles. It's fun to watch.
And a great story with this next guy, Bobby Sullivan, a.k.a. Broccoli Bobby. Qualified through from the Tell Your Friend Tour, the Killington Stop.
Yep, pretty awesome story. Andy Perry hosts a cool tour, goes around the whole East Coast, Midwest, and showing off pro skiers. And Bobby won his spot in this event at the Killington Stop just about a week ago.
And your final dude to get his first showing out here, this is Shaun Jordan out of Pennsylvania.
Going back swap, pretzel too, a little backseat on the landing, but he gets that one around. And Shaun is a guy I haven't seen in any events really, but he's always killing it on rails. Always a guy to watch out for in all the videos, all the edits, everything like that.
All right, so we are underway here with this hour-long jam. Back to the top of the order, this controlled jam. Yeah!
Oh, no! Just barely falling over. That was Jackson. That backside 630 is just giving him trouble. Or no, that was
Jackson. Yeah, this is Zach Massey.
This is Zach,
now.
okay. Oh, and yeah, coming off a hair early. That rail is tough. All these rails are longer than you think. A lot of the practice and the video we've been putting out all week is these guys doing tricks that took them, 5-10 tries at least on these rails. So to be able to land it like that in the middle of a competition is really tough. 450 pretzel 2 there by Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker Fitzsimmons coming out of Hood River, Oregon. Kid can skate too if you check out his Insta. Got some great skate edits. All right, Alex Hall, fresh off the Atlanta Big Air World Cup win.
How many events have you called him winning recently?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
he's been on a tear.
X Games, the last 2 X Games, the last 3 Big Airs he's entered, and going, whoa, a little new wave swerve out of the end there. The switch to backside 450 out all the way to the stair set there. That's just, you don't want to fall on that stair set.
Here's Colby Stephenson dropping in. Was this surfing out in California a few days ago?
Oh, sort of the 180 on into the backside 270 swap. I mean, really fun. I love that feature. It's got the pill at the top, so it's not just a rail. It's wide, and it has a lot of surface to 1 foot, to go 180, to go 50-50. All those different tricks is really cool.
All right, Quinn Wolferman flashing a nice smile as he gets ready to drop in here. Very positive individual, originally out of Montana.
Switch to the tips down. No, Quinn. Oh, he's going to have to get back up and get that one. Going the tips down, just can't quite get it.
There we go, Taylor Lundqvist. And again, rode with her from the airport. She was just flying in from Quebec where she'd been filming. Can't wait to see that project that she's working on.
Yeah, going front side 270 out. That was awesome.
right, now we got Katrina Siegfried.
Yeah, Katrina's fun. Let's see. She got the rail last. Oh, going for the Z rail or the Y portion? Let's see. Oh, coming off just a hair early. Now that down to flat kink that makes that thing a Y is so technical. You slam into it.
All right, Evan McEachran from T-Dot.
Oh, just coming off a hair early. He really wants that backside 360 switch up. And then I've seen him do it all the way to a pretzel 4. So he's going to have to look to the next run up.
All right, our only overseas individual coming out of Norway, Sivert Vold dropping in out of Yilo.
Oh, what? Switch to front up. Like, he's just a spinning machine. This kid is so crazy. Wow. Holy, that might have been the most technical trick we've seen yet.
Max Moffitt, hopefully that got him fired up. Here he is.
Max, going for the pretzel. He got the 270 to switch previous run. He clearly wants the pretzel 2 or possibly more.
Alex Belmar, the Quebecois.
This guy's so dialed. We saw a big spin earlier. Let's see what he's got on the down flat rail. Switch 2. Oh, really smooth. Just sort of a pretzel front 2 out, but going 50 across the stairs. A little firecracker, we call that when you ride down the stairs like that.
All right, Devin Logan, yeah, the firecracker come from skateboarding. Makes that nice firecracker sound when you click in those stairs, and it's fun making sounds when you're out there on the features as well.
Yeah, who wouldn't want? Yeah, Devin greasing that rail there, having a lot of fun. So awesome to have some ladies in this event, all competing alongside all the guys. I mean, these are talented women, and to see them out here, everybody, together competing, it's just awesome. It's good vibes.
One of the new bloods, Cal Carson here, dropping switch.
Switch on. Oh, he's going for a very technical rail. I mean, we've been hiking that Z rail all week to get some of these technical tricks. To actually be going for that Z rail in competition is amazing. Like, oh my God.
All right, Dale Talkington.
Switch on. Oh, front up. I don't know how he got that around. Switch on, front up, back swap, front 2 off. Coming off a hair early, so obviously our judges are watching out for that. They want to see these guys getting to the end of all the rails, but also doing really technical moves, good variety, going big, just kind of a little bit of everything, showing off their skills and just being as creative as possible. LJ going for the 450. Oh! This is what LJ's bread and butter. The 450 is usually a trick that he can get, 3 tries now I think he's had at it, or at least 2. This is something that he's usually known for it.
And again, I love the story here with Joss. Doesn't compete anymore, but Tom, you brought him out of the woodworks out here, and he was hyped. I was talking to him this morning, and he's like, we need more contests like this.
Oh, that's awesome. It's great to hear, and I love watching this guy ski, so just excited to have him out here. He has been a force competing and focusing a little bit more on backcountry and the filmmaking aspect now, but great to have him out here competing with us still.
Bobby Sullivan, once again, qualified through from the Tell Your Friend Tour at the Killington Stop. Coming out of Massachusetts, representing that New England skiing out here.
Oh, Bobby with the switch to back 4. Yeah, coming out of the Andy Perry Tell a Friend Tour event. So amazing working with the folks at Line Skis. They do that whole tour with Andy, and then being able to give away a spot to this event was so fun.
Shaun Jordan here with his second showing, coming off a little early there. Very technical there, that Y, the split decision there with that extra extension at the bottom left of that Y.
You almost just get to hit it, and whichever way you go is the way you go. It's sort of a Goosebumps, decide your own story type thing.
And we're back to the top of the order here in this control
Oh my gosh! Front side switch up, blind side 360 switch up on the flat. That kid is so good at switch up, so good at front side spins. It is amazing. Wow.
Massey with the pretzel out there, one of our AMs that had to qualify into this event, as well to this guy, Tucker Fitzsimmons, who was really the talk of town when I got in last night.
Yeah, an AM kid, but very, very talented. Coming off a little early on that, but he's hungry. It's the AM kids, the up-and-comers, the young bucks that are battling all these people, and they've got nothing to lose. They're going for broke.
Alex Hall, your gold medalist from Slopestyle at X Games last year. Drop and switch.
Oh, what? Switch? Was that switch 180, 270 switch up? That was an extremely technical move. We got Colby Stephenson up next. These guys are really starting to get comfortable. I love seeing it. Oh, Colby going from the left transfer. So the hard way of doing a back swap transfer and then doing another backside switch up as well.
All right, Quinn Wolferman eyeing up the propane tank here, the pill.
Oh, switch backslide and then switch up to backslide. Those one-footers, you folks out there might not understand. I mean, going with one ski versus two, the balance factor is so much more difficult. That is such an incredibly difficult move. Just try to stand and balance on one foot of your home, let alone grinding along a slippery metal rail.
Park City's Taylor Lundqvist.
Taylor going for the down flat. Oh, very stylish, going for the nose drag down along the stairs.
So once again, this hour-long jam that we got going, 45 minutes left here in this jam to determine our top 10 that advance on through to finals, with more action coming up from the Steel City Showdown right after this.
This is the minimally invasive Maser X robotics system. It allows surgeons to plan, guide, and navigate spinal procedures with unprecedented accuracy. And the first place in Pennsylvania to use it is Allegheny Health Network.
Tom Wallisch's Steel City Showdown has been brought to you by Monster Energy, Full Tilt Boots, Go Pro, Be a Hero, Line Skis, Bose, and the Allegheny Health Network.
All right, you're back here to the Steel City Showdown, Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. 15 minutes into this hour-long elimination round. Top 10 from this round. You're going to advance on through to finals. Evan McEachran.
Oh, Evan still going for that backside 360 transfer switch up and just not quite getting to the end of the rail. That is such a long rail, so it's hard to describe. 40 feet, but I've seen him doing enough. I've seen him do it so many times in practice. He's going to nail that one.
Yeah, he's got that. All right, Sivert Voll coming out of Norway here, trying to get up in that top 10. You're not going to see any scores. It's just going to be a ranking. Judges are just going to throw a list of the top 10 from their overall impression that will advance on through to finals.
Oh, Sivert going switch, tails 270, then the double nose grab all the way over the stair set. So yeah, let's break that down. So no scores. The judges have 20 athletes. They got to break that down to 10. So we are watching these guys, and they're taking notes on everything, all the technicality, what rails they're hitting, and they're going to break it down and give us our 10 finalists at the end of this by overall impression. Oh, there's the 270, pretzel 270 that Max has been going for. He's yelling at the camera. I think he said, come on, maybe let's go.
Let's go. All right, here we go with Katrina Siegfried, originally out of Delaware. wearing that Slopestyle hoodie. Shout out to Slopestyle.
Oh, no. Going for the Y rail, just coming off a hair early there. So gonna look to the next run. I love that she's going for that rail. That rail is so harsh. The kinks at the bottom of that Y are just really technical.
And now Alex Belmar dropping in.
Oh, the backslide,
so
back
smooth.
swap, pretzel 2. I mean, if you've ever watched one of Alex Belmar's X Games run, you've seen how good he is at rails. He excels. He's great at jumps, but don't get me wrong. He is one of the best at rails.
All right, Devin Logan, well-rounded skier.
Oh, going for the transfer rail and just coming off a hair early. So she'll race back up there. That transfer rail is no joke, coming from a Jersey barrier all the way over.
Young Cal Carson, originally out of Colorado, living the dream, pursuing that ski life, living out in SLC now.
This kid is so creative. He's so unique. He's a part of this, sort of new wave movement in skiing, and he's always buttering around. He's always got his hands on the ground, sort of flopping around, doing the most creative things on his skis, and it's so fun to watch.
Dale Talkington coming off a little early there on the very technical split decision Y rail with that extra extension there.
The split decision.
That's what we call. We had one at our park back in Brecken. It was they called it the split decision.
I think we got to go with that. I mean, Tom Yaps out there in the crowd wants it to be called the Tom Yaps rail because it looks like a Y, but he's just going to have to let that go.
All right, LJ Strenio.
Still going for that 450. Let's see if he can lock that one down. Perfect 450 Pretz 2. It maybe took him 3 tries, but LJ knows how to play the game. He's maybe won more rail jams than anybody else in skiing.
And speaking of winning contests, here your 2014 Winter Olympic Games slopestyle gold medalist from that U.S. sweep of the podium there. This is Josh Kristensen out of Park City, dropping.
Coming in switch with the switch tail butter. Oh, really technical move going switch tail butter 270 into, or totally into a 450, I guess it is, with the whole rotation. So really fun one. Oh,
Yeah,
Bobby Sullivan. He's got the front side switch up transfer, continuing front swap, and then blind 2 out. So much technicality, and really one of the only guys we see using that whole rail and getting a technical trick throughout that whole rail.
All right, Shaun Jordan, the last of this controlled jam here in the order.
Oh, going for the front side, just missed it. Oh, K-Feds the Z-rail, wow.
All right, back to the top of the order here in this controlled jam with Jackson Karstetter.
Oh, transferring, okay. I've seen this guy, so he's gonna go for that transfer, and then probably his signature move is the front side 360 switch. If he can do them on down rails, flat rails, anything. Oh, coming off a hair early there.
So again, 40 minutes remaining here, this hour-long jam. The top 10 advance on through to finals. It should have been 21, not 20. Big shout out to ABM, Alex Bayard-Marchand, who unfortunately, he's fine. You said on his Insta, he had mentioned that he just kind of injured his hip a little bit and wants to preserve himself for X Games. Of course, that's only 9 days away. So smart move, but yeah, shout out to ABM. He was looking good out here. And A-Hall coming out swinging.
A-Hall, yeah, ABM, always a guy to watch. So he wants to save himself for X Games. He had a brutal crash in practice, so no problem there. That was Alex Hall with a 1 foot 50-50 into the transfer and then going back swap pretzel. So incredibly technical move there. I love seeing the creativity with the 1 footer. It's not a basic ski slide, sort of a 50-50 if you would, the nugget possibly some people call it, but just amazing to see. Oh, Quinn, the switch on backslide, switch up to backslide. So only balancing on 1 foot the entire way down that complete rail setup.
Taylor Lundqvist. One of 3 ladies out here holding it down with the guys representing.
Oh, going for the Y, the split decision rail as well, and just her and Katrina are battling it out on that one to see who can get that thing first, and just not quite getting to the end of it there. Oh, come on, Evan. He has got to be frustrated. He is so good at rails and just not quite getting the trick on that transfer rail.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time left, though.
Oh, yeah.
He'll get it.
A lot of time on the clock. He can get that one, and that one's a winning trick. That's like a best trick, going for that blind 3 switch up. I've seen him do it to the pretzel 4 out, so just wild.
The Norwegian.
Oh, Seaver going for the transfer rail or the Y rail, the split decision, going for the transfer switch up there and just not quite getting it. He is a switch up machine though, that Norwegian.
And coming out of the Canadian Olympic Park, Max Moffat.
Max is so fun to watch. Oh, really stylish. Another completed trick. So we went different strategy out of him. He's not going for the hardest trick. Let's take Evan McEachran, for example. He's going for one of the hardest tricks of the day, where Max got the 270 to switch, the 270 pretzel, and then that back 450 out. He's collecting tricks. Oh, and Katrina gets the frontside 270 out of that. So her and Taylor were kind of battling on that one, and then she's able to get that trick.
Right, D-low.
Devin going for the transfer. Oh,
nice save,
close call,
D-Lo.
but good save. Wow.
Nice save. Nice reflexes. Contest veteran there, competes in slope and pipe. Knows how to save the body there.
Oh, Alex Belmar. So he's had a couple good tricks so far on some of the other features over on the down flat, over on the flat down. He's trying to get something on the transfer rail. Now, the judges do want to see you kind of using every feature in the course, or at least 2 or 3 out of the 4. You can't just ride one feature the whole day. Oh, Cal Carson. So a lot of people are going for that blind 3 switch up on that transfer out route. I think whoever gets that first is going to be a standout for the judges. I mean, we've got 3 people now, I think I count, maybe even 4, going for that trick. If you're the first to get it of those 3, you're going to get some big credit.
And again, it's the top 10 that will advance on through. You're not going to see any scores here in this elimination round. The judges are just based off of their overall impression. And shout out to our judges. We got Steele Spence, Jason Aarons, and Tyler Devine. They just going to pick the top 10 that have been killing it. And
oh, nice one there by LJ on the transfer. He got a big 450 disaster on the flat down, and now getting the transfer dialed is pretty cool to see. He's a Rail Jam legend, that's for sure.
all right, no legend here. Cruising on out, Josh Christensen getting ready to get underway with the first Slush Cup of the season next week out in California, coming out from Park City to join us here at Seven Springs. And again this morning, telling me that we need more contests like this in skiing.
Oh man, just going for that switch tail butter 450 and just not quite getting around.
Now, Broccoli Bobby, one of my favorite Insta handles. Represent New England, coming out of Massachusetts.
Going frontside 450 and then sort of skirping it back. Going just
rewind.
to switch. I like that. Putting the tails down into the snow and bringing it back to switch. Oh, Shaun Jordan, very
Shaun.
stylish. Switch on, transfer, back to. Not a ton of switch ups, not a ton of motion, just steezing it out on it, showing us that smooth style.
And as you're pointing out, 40 feet long is that down rail, and he just locked on beautifully.
Oh, the hair's Jackson just coming off a hair early. He's looking. I know when he balances and gets a perfect balance on the down rail, he's going to be going for that frontside 360 switch up.
Jackson and now Zach Massey, two of our AMs that qualified on through.
Oh, Zach.
Yeah.
A hair early, didn't quite catch all of the stairs, but really technical move with the switch 2 to back 2 sev out.
And our third of the AMs that qualified here into this pro event, Tucker Fitzsimmons.
And these guys, I mean, we keep calling them AMs. These guys are not AMs. They are keeping up, more than keeping up with these other guys out here. And they're unrecognizable as separate athletes from the ladies and guys that were invited by me specifically to be here. There is so much talent in rail skiing that it's so hard to know. I mean, you never know who's good. I mean, they're all good. They're all so good now. It's amazing to watch. Oh, Colby Stephenson going for that's the back 3 switch up. Kind of getting it, maybe a hair early. That's going to be up to the judges. Like, is that a make? Is that enough of a make? That's a tough decision. He came off the noses, but pretty much got the whole rail. Oh, Quinn with the backslide. So we saw him on the flat down do the switch on, backslide, switch up, backslide, and now he's just like one of the best at those. Him and Kai Capella are out there. Both of them have insane balance. It's like they are just better than anybody else at doing backslide tricks, fast slide tricks, anything like that.
And shout out to Taylor Lundqvist here, who did compete on the World Cup circuit and slopestyle events, and now just focuses primarily on filming, taking a break from filming up in just outside of Quebec. Yes, Taylor.
Oh, nice, Taylor. Very stylish move. She got the front side 270 out all the way out of the end. So her and Katrina are both doing that trick. That's a fun little back and forth they've got going.
Evan McEachran, Duke Cup champion from last year. As you were talking, and it was his rail game.
I think it was. I think the rails won it for him at the Dew Tour last year, so I had a lot of faith in him. Oh, Evan, he stopped doing the back 3 switch up, and now he's going for the Y, so he doesn't really have a full make on the day yet. He's one of my favorites that I picked to do well in this event. I think he's still got a ton of time, though. He's going to come through and probably end up just crushing these last couple hits.
And the Norwegian.
Seaver, he's having fun, though. I see him smiling, trying to get the crowd hyped up. If he gets a make on that, he's going to be fist pumping and going nuts for the crowd.
And the crowd definitely out in full effect out here at the base of Foggy Goggle, at the base of Seven Springs. And they were a factor last night. You know, it was about 100 spectators out there, but you guys were feeling the love from them, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We had a little rain last night, but that didn't stop the crowd from coming out. We got a huge crowd today. Tons of people coming up from the city of Pittsburgh to watch this rail event. It's amazing to see. Oh, Belmar, very close on that one. He's 2 tries now on the transfer rail. He needs to just keep at it. I think he's going to get that one maybe this next time. He's just coming off a hair early.
Young Cal skiing shirtless earlier like he was on spring break.
Who isn't? I mean, at that age. Oh, going for the backside 360 switch up too. So we saw Colby, kind of get a make on that, maybe coming off a hair early, and a couple other guys going for it, just trying to lock it in.
All right, almost halfway through this 1-hour elimination round. Again, it's the top 10 from this 20-rider field that will advance to our finals. No scores. Judges just going to throw out their top 10 based on overall impression. And D-Lo, Devin Logan, your silver medalist from the 2014 Winter Olympic Games for Slopestyle.
Yeah, Devin gets the front 270 out of that flat to down rail, so super cool move. I like that one, keeping it stylish. This is Dale, man, Dale the Worm Talkington, as we like to call him. He is a fun skier to watch.
The Worm.
The Worm.
Where did that come from?
You know, just sort of his skinny nature and the way he can spin like a top. It just, he's the Worm.
Dig it. All right. Kai Crapella, you got any good nicknames for him?
Kai Guy, Rail God 420, I don't know. There's LJ Strenier. How many spins out is he going for? The front side switch up transfer and then going for the front side 4, reverting into 6? Like, holy cow. Okay, Joss, he's moving on from the switch tails butter. He's coming in for the Z rail. Oh, he is going very, very technical.
Broccoli Bobby. New England represent, qualified through from the Tell Your Friend Tour.
Oh, locked. Broccoli Bobby, he's going backside 270 out, but reverting it back to switch there out of the Z rail. So one of only a few guys, along with this guy we're watching now, that we've seen get a trick on that Z rail. It is really, really hard to get to the end of that consistently. A lot of side kinks, a lot of just brutal, harsh adjustments to be made. Right side 270. Oh, Shaun just coming off a hair early there, and with that, repeating back to the start. It's controlled jam, so a regular rail jam. They're running around. We never get to see every trick. It's so hard to film, hard to watch. We've got them controlled, so they're going in order, giving us lots to watch. Oh, Jackson. That's the 3rd time I think we've seen him try that trick and just fall over a little bit. I mean, maybe a couple more leg presses. What's the deal?
That's to get his man strength. Yeah, no, he's got it though.
We'll
lock it in.
We'll see it. Oh, there we go. Amazing there by Zach. The front swap transfer, front side switch up. So you guys hear me saying switch up so much, but all it is them spinning around, jumping on the rail. So jumping around, doing a spin, and it just adds a level of difficulty. And also, when they go blind side and loose side of the rail, it makes it so hard to balance. Oh, Alex.
Wow.
Oh. Wow, front side switch up transfer, the back switch up, and then just holding it to switch. And I mean, he's coming off the end of that rail perfectly. That was not off the noses. That was not barely there. That was like perfect.
And get some props from Colby here. Is Colby now?
Oh, switch right. That's his unnatural. So another thing we don't talk about a ton. These guys are spinning left and right, like throwing a ball with your left or right hand. and seeing them be able to do the tricks to the left and to the right is just ambidextrous. It's incredibly difficult, and these guys are pros.
All right, well, we are just about halfway through, just over halfway through this 1 hour long elimination round. 20 skiers, top 10 will advance on through to finals, and we'll be right back with more action here at the Steel City Showdown.
This is ExactTech GPS. It provides real-time 3D views of a patient's shoulder to help guide in removing the damaged bone, then precisely place the implant. And the first place in Pennsylvania to offer it is Allegheny Health Network.
Tom Wallish's Steel City Showdown has been brought to you by Monster Energy, Full Tilt Boots, Go Pro, Be a Hero, Line Skis, Bose, and the Allegheny Health Network.
All right, we are back here to the Steel City Showdown. You see Taylor Lundqvist checking in there and checking back in here with about 28 minutes left on the clock here for this 1 hour long elimination round. Started with 20, that's what we got here in this elimination round. And the judges are going to whittle it down to 10 based off overall impression. And Taylor Lundqvist back on course.
Yeah, going for the Y rail, the split decision. Trying to go to the right side there, going for the front side, spin out. And this guy, Severvolt, he is hyping up the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, the Norwegian sensation. These guys are loving him out here. I mean, having a blast. No hat, no goggles, no sunglasses.
No problem.
No complaints. One complaint. I missed it, and it was amazing. We went black. We're gonna need to see that.
Seeing the reaction there.
Everybody is hyped. We're
Here's
gonna
the
get it
replay.
back. Oh, the front side. Oh my God. Front side transfer, front side switch up, blind side a 450 out. I'm tired of talking. That's how long that trick was.
That is a mouthful. A whole lot going on there. All right, Evan McEachran back over here to this transfer jersey setup.
He's saying, screw it, I'm going for it. And he's getting it. Evan McEachran, the backside 360 switch up pretzel 4. These guys are going absolutely bananas.
I love it. That was giving him problems. He stepped away from it, went and got that off his mind and checked out some of the other rails and then back over to it and nails it first try on the revisit.
Those two tricks together, I mean, earlier in the week, we weren't sure if tricks like that were possible in these features, and now these guys are doing it within, what, 5 or 6 tries? This is absolute insanity.
All right, Alex Belmar.
Belmar going for the rail, transfer. Oh, getting it. So I think he wanted a little bit more out of that, but still clearing it off the end, front side switch up, transfer, front side switch up back.
Cal Carson, which of these 4 features is he eyeing up? Heading over towards the end. Looks like it's going to be the donkey to the stair set that he's going to step to here. Nope, going for the...
going uphill.
Oh, no, he's coming back, pulling the audible.
Going switch into the transfer rail. Oh, Switch on blindside transfer. So really blind, absolutely losing sight of the round. Anytime you see these guys and girls spin on or switch up or spin off in the blindside direction, when you lose sight of it, it makes it that much harder to see, to continue to balance, to get to the end of the rail. So that adds a major difficulty.
D-Lo, Devin Logan, she's got to love the transition aspect here of this course.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
There's a drop-in.
She's a half-pipe skier as well, and having that quarter-pipe drop-in for her is a no-brainer. I mean, she's smooth on it. Oh, Katrina, very, very smooth, front side 270 out, all the way to the end of that Y rail.
All right, Kai Capella looking nice and stoked as he drops in to the donkey to the stair set.
Oh, coming sideways across the stairs there.
LJ Strenio.
Let's see what LJ's got. Oh, coming in switch for the flat down. Switch on, front side switch up, front side, no! LJ going down. We can't blame that on the line Tom Wallisch pros he's wearing. That's gonna be on him. Oh, Dale also. So everybody, I mean, again, this is a strategy game. You want to make it into finals. You want to impress the judges with all of your tricks, all your overall impression, but you don't want to do too much. Try too hard that you can't ever get to the end of the rail on some of these.
Yeah.
What? Early front side switch up, grinding the entire Z rail. I was about to use Joss as an example, and he completely proved me wrong. That was an incredibly technically difficult trick. Oh, Bobby Sullivan, the 270 to switch. High-fiving the fans as he skis by. Shaun Jordan. So this guy, I mean, Shaun, he's used to skiing in Pennsylvania. Big Boulder resident, born and raised, living out in Colorado now, but a little bit of rain in the forecast and a warm day is like a dream come true for him. Oh, the right two just coming off hair early. He's high-fiving. Everybody's having a good time. I mean, that's the goal of this event. The reason I wanted to bring Rail Gems back is that they're so fun. This is so fun to watch, so fun to be a part of, and all these guys all week, I think, have been having a blast, or at least I hope so.
Yeah, the vibes have been so good out there. And man, Jackson Karstetter, one of our 3 AMs that qualified through. Now we're back to the top of the order. We're seeing our first 3 drops here by our 3 AMs. You got Jackson and then Zach right here, and then Tucker Fitzsimmons, the 3 guys that had to battle it out yesterday to qualify through. And there you go.
Nice, Zach. He's had a couple of miscues these last run or two, so awesome to see it get another one down. That was the 270 on, front side 270 off into the stairs. All 3 of these guys going for the staircase feature. Oh, yep, that's Tucker. So popping a switch, anytime you miss that stair, kind of means he came off the rail early because that staircase is right in the way of the landing and just gotta kind of end up there. Oh my gosh!
Hey, haul.
Switch on, backside switch up, blindside 270. I mean, these are tricks that this week they were warming up for and taking 10 tries to get to, but just not here. Oh, Colby Stephenson. Wow. Well, it started a little slow, DC. I feel like we didn't see a ton of makes, and now every other trick is a make.
They had to get warmed up, and they warmed up they are.
Very warmed up, hot even, scorching, I'd say.
Taylor Lundqvist out here doing it for the kind. 23 minutes left here in this 1 hour long elimination round. Yeah, Taylor.
Yeah, taking the Y, going down the Y and like going to switch. I mean, I want to see one of those ladies go after the Z. Getting to the end of that one is such a wild, it's just steep, vicious. Everybody's starting to come play on the Z rail. Oh man, Evan McEachran
turning it on.
All he needed was one make. He got that blindside 360 switch up, and now he's like, you know what? Let me show you guys. I'm better than all of you. That was insane.
All right, here we go. Max Moffitt coming out of COP, Canadian Olympic Park, dropping switch here into the donkey.
Switch 2. Oh, cool with the tap. He's got some of the quickest feet in the West, they would say. Tapping the stairs, tapping the end of the rails, just snappy. Him and Kai Capella are some of my favorite with those quick snaps, tight.
And Severvoll here, the Norwegian, playing to the crowd.
Oh man, he is loving it. I don't think anybody's having as much fun as he has.
He's hyped. Coming from Norway, hanging out here in Pennsylvania, Alex Belmar now. What's he got for us? Always so smooth.
Always smooth. Going switch. Oh, another. So started off really good. I feel like Alex had a lot of makes there in the beginning, and he's kind of been struggling, but one of these ones he's going to make a turn and just be back in it.
D-Low. Can we tow her uphill into that quarter pipe feature?
I think she might be able to do a cork 7 on that one. Be towed in uphill. Let's see if we can get a snowmobile out there.
That'd be great. Transition skier, rail skier, kills it on jumps, well-rounded. Cal Carson now.
Oh, Cal Carson, look at him. So that's what I'm talking about. This kid is known for the buttering, the bouncing around, all of the fun new wave additions to skiing, using those soft and playful skis to just bounce around out there and having a good time.
All right, here's Katrina.
Just a hair early there, Katrina. So gonna come back for it. Oh, she's going for high fives too. The best part about this event, we got a big crowd, a lot of Pittsburgh people up to watch. Dale, I think that was just about off the end. Dale is, going for that transfer, just trying to lock it in.
You were talking about the spectators out here. A lot of people coming in from Pittsburgh. And yeah, big shout out to the fans out here as Kai Capella drops in and Kai greasing it there.
Oh, Kai grinding the Z-rail and going for the tap back to forward. Yeah, we're in Pittsburgh when you look at all the rails here at Seven Springs. Black and yellow for all the Pittsburgh teams. What I love to see.
Black and yellow, LJ Strenio.
Oh, okay. So he's going again for that trick. He went for the pretzel forward last time, was it? And just fell over somehow. So going to get that one. He just about had it. But, I mean, if you fall, judges aren't just going to give it to you. Going for the switch, butter. Oh, and just, again, a hair early. Got a trick on the Z-rail, and now just looking for trick number 2 for Joss.
All right, Bobby Sullivan wearing a Patriots hat. They're not even in the mix anymore.
Oh, that was great to watch. Bobby going for the 270 and just not quite getting that one all the way to the end.
All right, now Shaun Jordan, and get a good look at the crowd down there. And I was going to say, as Shaun drops in here to the transfer, it comes off just a little bit early there. But, yeah, shout out to the crowd. You got everything from, the young grommets to, I saw, a couple, grandpas hanging out down there in the mix, front and center. So.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of old school legends of Seven Springs of all ages that spend a lot of time down there. The bar is the Foggy Goggle, and it is going to be popping off tonight. We got finals again in a few hours, and 10 of these athletes are going to be moving on. Judge's decision, overall impression by who's been killing it.
All right, Zach coming off a little early again. Judges are going to be very critical because these are some of the best, these are the best rail skiers in the world, so they want to see perfection.
Yeah, no popping off early, no hands down, nothing like that. We want to see it. You got a lot of tries. This format is great because you don't just get 1 run, 3 runs. You get as many as you can get in an hour, and Alex Hall is maybe one of my top picks right now. He's done so many technical tricks, a variety of features, and just absolutely killing it.
Whatever he is doing in life right now, he just needs to keep doing because he is just so on it. He has been on his game, on his A game for over a year now.
Oh, Colby
Dang,
Stephenson. Backside switch up, blind 2 out. I mean, wow. Yeah, and Alex, he's on a tear. He's been winning big airs, winning slopestyles, and now well on his way to a rail jam. That guy is always somebody to watch out for. One of the top Americans. Oh, Quinn. So he's still going for that switch 2. No one else in the field so far is doing that one. Switch 270, but it's difficult because he's putting his tips down beneath the rails. So difficult, so dangerous.
All right, Evan McEachran looking to switch things up and get a different trick combination there on that Jersey barrier transfer. Now Alex Belmar.
Oh, switch on, front side switch up, front 2 out. I think he wanted a bit more out of that, looked a bit disappointed, but still, quality trick there for Alex.
And the Canadian Max Moffitt eyeing up the donkey to stair set, coming in switch.
Switch right tails, 270, and just a bit early last run we saw him do the big tap. Here's the man the fans are cheering for. Seaver Vol has got the whole crowd going nuts. He might be the crowd favorite right now.
Definitely getting the crew down there at the Foggy Goggle nice and hyped. The young Viking dropping.
Right to, frontside 270 out, dropping the noses. I believe I heard him quoted at the bar the other night saying that if he wins, he's getting Ubers for everybody in the city of Pittsburgh to go hang out at Mac Miller's old stomping grounds. He's a big Mac Miller fan, and that was the rumor. So, you know, it might be a trip in his future.
Yeah, R.I.P. Mac Miller. Cal Carson now.
Switch on. Totally blind side switch up. Blind 2 out. So stylish. Just smooth from Cal Carson.
And Nate Abbott giving him the high five. Good seeing Nate Abbott, one of the best photogs in the business out here in the mix. And Devin Logan now dropping in.
Dev going for the flat down. Just eyeing something up. I think you might be hoping for that safety grab rail slide again, adding a little steez to the mix. I'm not sure.
Man, I didn't even think about Mac Miller when I flew into Pittsburgh yesterday. I'm going to be bumping that on the way back to the airport tomorrow.
Man. R.I.P. for sure. One of the best to ever do it. One of my favorites to listen to. And, yeah, Pittsburgh legend for sure.
Absolutely. All right, Taylor Lundqvist having a good time out here, as is Katrina Nicole. Again, rocking that hoodie from Slopestyle Ski Shop over in Breck.
Going frontside switch up front to
Katrina.
Out. So one of the more technical moves we've seen all day from the ladies, the big front switch up front 2 out. A lot of technicality there. Kai coming in next for the flat down. The 50-50. Again, I don't think I've talked about the backslide ability of Kai Capella enough. He has so much balance, learned how to rollerblade as a kid, and is just like his air awareness or rail awareness is just so good.
All right, well, we are about 3/4 of the way through this hour-long jam, as we got one more to drop in here, Dale Talkington. But again, hour-long jam. Here comes Dale coming in. Switch. Sorry, that's LJ.
That's LJ. Just finished with Dale, but he's going for that frontside 4. We're gonna have to get that one here soon in this last little sector.
Yeah. So like I said, 15 minutes left here in this hour-long jam for the elimination round of the Steel City Showdown. We'll be right back with the final 15 minutes of elimination here at the Steel City Showdown.
This is the minimally invasive Maser X robotic system. It allows surgeons to plan, guide, and navigate spinal procedures with unprecedented accuracy. And the first place in Pennsylvania to use it is Allegheny Health Network.
Tom Wallisch's Steel City Showdown has been brought to you by Monster Energy, Full Tilt Boots, Go Pro, Be a Hero, Line Skis, Bose, and the Allegheny Health Network.
All right, we are back here at the Steel City Showdown. 15 minutes left here in this hour-long elimination round. Again, it's the top 10 from this 20-rider field that are going to advance on through to our finals. As we got Jackson Karstetter back on course, coming out of Indiana, perfect North Slopes, home of Nick Gepper and Jackson's coach Topher. buddy of mine that used to be on park crew out in Breck was telling me the kids' ski boots are like elf shoes. They're so worn down from hiking his backyard setup just non-stop.
That is awesome to hear. Here's Joss again, going for the flat, down flat. A little bit easier, not doing the switch butter 4, going there just the switch butter on, and then coming out to forward to switch along the stairs, firecracker style.
Bobby Sullivan, Broccoli Bobby, dropping in, representing New England, rocking that Patriots hat.
Oh, the big front side switch up, front 2 out, hitting those stairs, getting a little pole clap from Joss at the bottom. These guys have all become friends. It's amazing to see the young bucks, the AMs that came through, the guys that maybe are comp guys or film guys. Crew morale has been amazing this week.
Shaun Jordan, seen him get up on the podium in our street style event that we had in Breck, and yeah, definitely a Rail Jam favorite for sure for any contest he drops in. Zach Massey, one of our amateurs that qualified on through.
Oh, Zach, front side switch up transfer, front 2 out there. And then this kid, I mean, coming up through the AM qualifier, but not an AM anymore. The amount of technicality he's got is insane. So a little bit short on that one, and going to have to look for the next run to get that one tiled.
And shout out to Tucker Fitzsimmons, his brother Shaun Fitzsimmons, member of U.S. Slope team, really accomplished snowboarder. And here we go, A. Hall.
Oh, maybe the only time he's come off a rail early lately, or
Yeah,
even
really
fallen.
Uncharacteristic.
Very uncharacteristic for him. Colby going back. Oh my
Colby.
God.
No,
back
you didn't.
360 switch up, backside switch up, front 2 out. Yeah, that is a mouthful. And the crowd, everybody up top is
How
stoked
about
to
the
see
people
that.
on the roof too? That's hype. All right, here we go. Quinn Wolferman.
Oh, the front side 360 transfer. The only guy we've seen try that thus far. Absolute maniac.
And People's Champ, Seaver Bowl.
What do you think he's listening to? You think he's got the Mac Miller on right now?
I hope so. I'm going to have to ask him after, before we get into finals.
We'll see what track he's got on, and we'll get back to you if he makes finals here. We don't want to speak for the judges.
Yeah, we are not judges.
He's one of my favorites.
We are impressed overly. but-
We've been very impressed. Oh my.
Dang.
270 on, front side switch up, and then back to forward down the stairs. I mean, one of my personal favorites. I'd put him in if I was a judge.
And making it look easy, too. It's just like that effortless approach that I love. All right, here we go. Taylor Lundqvist. Love her style as well.
Very stylish, clean, going for the Y rail again, coming off a little early.
Homegirl can skate, too.
Yeah, I've seen her. I've seen the Instagram videos. I mean, a lot of these guys skate or rollerblade or do something else and are good at more than just skiing.
Yeah,
Evan, I mean, he had a rough start. I was a little worried that he wasn't going to be able to put it together, and I think he's made every rail since I started thinking that. Just goes to show. Shouldn't doubt that guy.
McEachran got his groove back, did it quick.
Elvin,
Belmar.
as the kids call him. Belmar with the lip 2, so going a little bit more dangerous on that one. The lip 2 is scary, coming from the opposite side of the lip and lifting the tails over, so a little bit more of a dangerous 270 that way. Oh, the switch right to back to switch. Whoa.
All right, Cal Carson, what's he got for us here? Young buck dropping.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the backslide, front side switch ups. We saw that one earlier, and he went to front side 270 out. This time going for the backside 450 out of that one.
D-Lo, used to announcing her in pipe competitions here in a Rail Jam. Love seeing her come out here and represent for the ladies. And Katrina now, originally out of Delaware.
Didn't even know there was much skiing in
Not
Delaware.
one
But
hill in Delaware, I don't believe. That is one of the flattest states out there, Tom.
the best part about it, though, is any of these East Coast resorts, I mean, for this type of skiing, for rails, for terrain parks, you don't need 2,000 vert. You don't need hundreds of inches of snow a year. You need a crew that cares about building a park, and it can be world class. The best part about Seven Springs right there.
True. Seven Springs been so progressive for the past decade now, with builds for all sorts of photo shoots. And just camps and just, I mean, you name it, it's crazy. I mean, they really have become like the beast of the East with the progressiveness.
Only resort on the East or east of the Mississippi with a 22-foot full-size Olympic-size half pipe. I mean, what? Just crazy. Oh, Jackson with the transfer and then into the front switch up, back switch up. Those combo moves and those quick switch up moves, quick-footed feet, that is just his bread and butter. Growing up in perfect North Indiana where he learned all those tricks. Same place Nick Gepper and Chris Laker are from, a lot of legends. Rich Fahey.
Josh Christensen coming out of Park City. There's been one or two talented individuals that have come out of that Utah City.
You'd think, yeah. I mean, a couple gold medals. You got Joss and Sage Katzenberg, the snowboarder. I mean, a lot of talent. I mean, amazing things they do out there. And he is, I mean, what a guy. I love that he's out here kind of taking a break or taking it off the competition side and now coming back for it. To be here for my event is amazing. I can't thank him enough for coming out.
And now with that new Woodward facility in Park City, it's going to be crazy seeing what kind of talent gets bred there. All right, Broccoli Bobby.
Bobby with the big front switch up, front side 450 out. Super smooth there for Bobby. Shaun Jordan coming in, going for the disaster. Oh, super smooth. Loving the style. After bang on that one with the hands at the side. Very, very clean there from Shawnee J.
And one of our 3 AMs now.
This is Zach Massey. Oh, coming off just a hair early there. He's got no hat, no goggles on either. Just these guys are sweating. It's about 60 degrees out today, but oh, no shortage of a good time. And that's another good one for Tucker. Oh, A-Hall coming off a little early on the backside switch-up transfer.
So again, 8 minutes left. Top 10 of this 20-rider field will advance to our finals. You're not seeing any scores because judges are going off full-on overall impression here for this one.
Oh, Colby is just trying to make fools of everybody, going for the right 270 onto the Z-rail in the middle of this elimination round event. Oh, Quinn. If Quinn can get that one, that is going to be arguably one of the best tricks of the day. The front side 360 switch up. No one else in the field attempting that at the moment.
All right, Taylor Lundqvist. She's been putting in some work.
Going for the Y-rail again. Oh, just a hair early there. Still great to see the ladies out here competing alongside the men, letting it known that, you know, they can do it too.
And Seaver Vol getting the crowd fired up has been the theme of his appearance here throughout this jam.
The people's champ for sure. Oh,
and he's feeding off of it.
Loving it.
I mean, it's a great strategy. Let's get the people behind me, get them to cheer for me when I drop in, and you know, you're gonna feed off that energy. Here we go, Evan McEachran switching up his program.
Yeah, first time I've seen him go for this disaster. Oh my gosh. Wow. Not just an easy trick, he's going 450 back switch up, front 2 out. Like, come on, calm down. Oh, another guy. A lot of guys going for that backside 360 transfer.
All right, here we go, the final 6.5 minutes. We're going to be seeing some hammers getting dropped here as these guys, they know they're like, all right, time's ticking. Not much time left. I got to get a big impression here, especially if they think they're on the outside looking in.
Oh, yeah. I think a couple of the guys feel pretty comfortable, and then a lot of people are probably thinking, I need like one more really good trick. And this is the time when it really matters. Cal Carson grabbing that rail with his hand, doing a hand drag slide, just adding some flavor to the mix. Oh, LJ, another guy going for that 360 switch-up transfer. And yeah, I mean, I think this is your time to leave an impression on the judges. It's overall impression, so these guys have been watching everything, and they're going to pick their favorite 10 from who did the most difficult to who did the most variety, a little bit of everything. So, like, right now, if you put a hammer trick down, you're going to be at the top of their mind when they start debating.
And bragging rights not the only motivation out here for the Steel City Showdown. You got a handsome cash prize purse out here. $20,000 prize purse, $10,000 going to the first place finisher. So, yeah. You know, of these 20, definitely I'd say every single one of them wants a chance, a shot at that 10 grand for first place.
I hope so. A lot on the line tonight. I mean, who isn't motivated by a little bit of cash? And let's talk about the bragging rights to say you maybe are the best rail skier in the world. I mean, we got some serious talent here, and if you can best these guys, you've got a lot to prove.
All right, here we have Jackson Karstetter.
Just splitting that one a little, but keeping it safe, keeping it safe.
Good thing that's not too tall of a rail there. All right, Josh Kristensen, again, it's so rad having an Olympic gold medalist for slopestyle out here competing. He doesn't even compete anymore, but he's like, I'm going to come out for this because this is what I'm all about. He says that we need more competitions like this. You know, he puts on the Slush Cup that first stop of the season will be in California here in about a week. And now, Zach Massey, unfortunately, not putting that down.
Yeah, the Slush stuff is awesome. If you guys out there listen, have a chance, check out Slush, all the videos they make, the head-to-head battles. Oh, Tucker Fitzsimon gets the back 3 switch up. Pretzel 2. We've seen a lot of guys trying that one, and he gets it as a bait, coming straight from the AM qualifiers, possibly into the pro finals.
Broccoli Bobby.
Oh, Bobby Sullivan. A lot of switch-ups there. Loving it. The crowd is stoked.
And getting some snowballs thrown at him. All right, Shaun Jordan.
Shawnee J. Out of PA as well. He's used to this, loves this crowd, a crowd favorite, local.
A Hall, who is throwing some absolute heaters here in this hour-long elimination round jam.
The right side 270. Oh, sort of shuffling down along those stairs sideways and straight back to the top. This is moving super quick. These guys getting their last couple hits in. Oh, Colby really wants the right 270.
Quinn Wolfman.
Oh.
Come on, Quinn.
Get back up there.
Yeah, you could have time for another one here with just under 3 minutes left here in this hour-long jam. The people's favorite Seaver Bull, getting them fired up out here, coming from Norway to party here in Pennsylvania, and he's loving it. He's feeling the vibes out there.
I love it. It's so good to see. This is rail skiing at its finest, feeding off the crowd, doing insane tricks, and having a great time doing it.
All right, Taylor Lundqvist, Park City, born and raised.
Oh,
yes,
the backside 270 out. She's been wanting that one and just absolutely stomping it here at the last minute. 2 minutes to go in this elimination round. Oh, Alex Belmar holds on.
I love his reaction.
He was sitting in a couch the whole way down that rail.
All right, Evan McEachran. We're going to see the attempt that we saw before.
Yep, the 450. Wow.
Nails it.
450 backside switch up, front 2 out. So much to say. I'm losing my voice trick calling these things. There's so many switch ups, so much technicality, so fun to watch.
The Canadian Max Moffitt.
Oh, and just bumming a little. He's stressing. Wants to get back up there and get that
90 seconds left here, Tom.
Really coming down to the wire here. Dale. Oh, big one for Dale. The switch on, front side switch up, back 450 out. Cal Carson here. Oh, going for the backside 360 switch up too. So a lot of guys doing that one. Very popular trick, but only a few guys have actually gotten to the end of the rail on that trick. Oh, Kai. Now again, the judges have been watching this whole thing. This time is going to wind down. The judges are going to debate. We're going to get top 10 based on overall. Oh, LJ gets the just a little early maybe, but front 2 out of that back 3 swap, and they're going to debate. They're going to get us the top 10, and those 10 are going to be moving on, competing for all that cash tonight in just a few hours. Oh, Jackson, big spin.
All right, here we have the final 25 seconds left. Josh Christensen
going for the Z-rail again. He already got one really technical trick. That was what he was doing, the early front swap, and then grinding through the whole Z-rail from there.
Josh saying that he liked the rails here for 7 hours the other day. They're having a blast out here, Tom.
Ah, so cool to see. Makes me so happy that rail skiing can be represented like this, and in Pennsylvania, 7 Springs. Just an amazing thing to do.
All right, well, our last drop here, this is going to be Zach Massey, one of the AMs. See see what he's got for us.
Switch, 270, backside 270 out, so right in the staircase rail there. Pretty great stuff. I mean, what an elimination round. There was so much to see. Amazing talent. We got so many guys. These guys are now all out on the course. The judges are going to take their time. We're going to figure out who is going to be the finalists.
That's right. Our 3 judges are going to tally up their notes of what they saw there. Once again, based off of overall impression. And from this 20-rider field, it's going to be the top 10 that advance to our finals here this evening under the lights at Seven Springs for the first ever Steel City Showdown.
This is ExactTech GPS. It provides real-time 3D views of a patient's shoulder to help guide in removing the damaged bone, then precisely place the implant. And the first place in Pennsylvania to offer it is Allegheny Health Network.
Tom Wallish's Steel City Showdown has been brought to you by Monster Energy, Full Tilt Boots, Go Pro, Be a Hero, Lundqvist, Bose, and the Allegheny Health Network.
All right, well, you just witnessed the elimination round here for the Steel City Showdown as we had 20 of the best rail skiers in the world battling it out for 10 spots in the finals and their chance at the $20,000 prize purse here for the first ever Steel City Showdown. $10,000 going to first place. Tom, that's a very handsome prize purse.
That's a handsome prize. I wanted to do it big, and not that money's everything, but it makes it so exciting. These pro skiers, they deserve it. There's not really rail events anymore that are meant for the pros. There's local events and rail events for kids, and they give away gift cards and prizes, but like I wanted the pros here. I wanted the big names to be able to show off, the guys that excel at rails, and to make it legit, you gotta have that big cash purse. So we got 20 grand raised from all of our sponsors. Such a huge thanks to our sponsors, to everybody at Seven Springs for letting this thing come to life. They've had a rough couple weeks, some rain out here, but the East Coast doesn't stop. They are always shredding. They're always capable of putting together an amazing park here at Seven Springs, and I just can't thank those guys enough. And the athletes, that was an amazing show of skill. That's the elimination round. We're still got the finals tonight. It is going to be insane.
And what a rad turnout, too, like to see just that mix of personalities in skiing, just like the who's who for the slopestyle world. And then you throw in these random dudes that, you know, you're only going to see them at a contest like this because they're always out in the streets just filming and working on film projects, not entering the contest world. And then the young bloods that come up in the mix too, the 3 AMs that qualified on through to that. That was great to see them up here, and a foreshadowing of what's in future for professional skiing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Such a great event from everybody. I mean, so much talent from urban skiers like Dale and LJ and Kai coming in to ski with comp skiers like Evan and Alex and Colby. I mean, wow. Just a great mix of people.
Yep, to get them all together is really cool. And like I said, they're enjoying it too. Josh was telling me that he was out here hiking for 7 hours the other day. And he said they were just having a blast and everybody was feeding off each other's energy. And yeah, congratulations, Tom Wallisch. Way to bring together a beautiful group of people out here as we look at some of the highlights from the elimination round here for the Steel City Showdown. And there you have Alex Hall just absolutely slaying it. Before that, you saw Jackson Karstetter, one of our 3 AMs that qualified through, coming out of Indiana. And man, just really impressed with the skiing from those AMs. Like I said, like you said, you can't even tell that they're AMs. They just blend right in.
Blend right in. No difference there. Those guys and girls, so talented, so much to watch. That was Seaver Vol, one of our personal favorites from the announcing side. He had the crowd going wild. Definitely one of my favorites to watch, as well as so many other guys. That's one of the AMs, Zach Massey. And by AMs, I mean, that's just what we called it, where they came from, the event they came from. But by no means amateur. These guys are as pro as it comes, and all just incredibly, incredibly talented.
Yeah, and shout out to them. They're going to get some big recognition from this, and could be some new endorsements coming through for them after getting this exposure that we're seeing out here. So again, just awaiting the results. Judges just going over everything. Big shout out to our judging panel. We got Steele Spence, Jason Aarons, and Tyler Devine. These guys travel around and judge top tier events, so they know what's up when it comes to separating the cream of the crop to the top and advancing on through the top 10. But I don't envy them, because work's not easy out here, as everybody was throwing down there, and to whittle that field in half is going to be a tough task for them.
Oh, definitely. I mean, so much talent. And another thing to speak to, I mean, with these events few and far between, I mean, it's just like bringing these athletes together in this environment. I mean, you won't see a World Cup event or any of those other events that bring together the film guys, the ladies with the guys, the young bucks. I mean, when I was a kid, the reason I wanted to create and start this event is because I got my name in rail skiing, and I had a chance to enter these rail contests, compete against pros that were more famous, more known, and show them that I was just as good. And that's how I got my first sponsors, all my first deals, my first videos, and my first kind of recognition. So, guys that are coming up, the Bobby Sullivans, the Jacksons, the Tuckers and Zachs, I mean, it's just amazing. They can keep up, and now competing alongside veterans like Alex Hall and Colby Stephenson, I mean, they're hopefully on their way to becoming pros, along with all the sponsorship deals. And given, the goal with this event was to give kids like that, the young bucks, the up-and-comers that are really good at rails, a chance to make a name for themselves, really.
And yeah, shout out to the whole crew here at Seven Springs as well for hosting this event. We got to thank Joel Recco, Director of Mountain Operations, and Joe Genovese, the Terrain Park Manager here at Seven Springs. And Tom, with this being your stomping grounds, can you talk about just how Seven Springs helped just nurture your career and help provide just a platform for you to express yourself on and to really hone your skills?
Yeah, definitely. So I grew up downtown Pittsburgh, and I mean, I split my time all over the East Coast, going to all these different parks, and everybody did it in the past. But within the last 10 years, Seven Springs went from building a park, just a park to have a park, to, the management, everybody involved with the resort said, let's go all in with terrain parks, because terrain parks are something we can do. You're never going to make more vertical on the East Coast. You're never going to get more powder. You're never going to have the steeps, the whatever. You know what you can have? You can have world-class terrain parks. No matter what the weather is, these guys have the best snowmaking, the best park crew, the most dedicated park crew, and they're able to build a world-class facility like this in 60-degree weather. It's absolutely amazing, and what I love so much about the East Coast, and Seven Springs especially, for putting it all in for park skiing, for snowboarding, for the sports that we love.
Yep, definitely. And like you said, within the past 10 years, I mean, you look at any magazine publication, and chances are any season you're going to see a really cool edit, a really cool feature coming out of Seven Springs from either skiing or snowboarding, and really they just are catering to the progression and helping nurture the progression of skiing and snowboarding. So shout outs to Seven Springs indeed for hosting this event and for doing what they do. So once again, we just had the elimination round. 20 athletes. It was 21. Alex Bayard Marchand, ABM, unfortunately had to pull out from the event. Nothing too major. It sounds like Tom was saying that he had just kind of tweaked his hip, and yeah, just wanted to preserve himself. He's got X Games next week, so yeah, ABM unfortunately not able to compete, but glad to hear that he's okay. And yeah, just a smart move just to save himself, not injure himself any further there. So big shout out to ABM. Unfortunately not able to see him compete, but sounds like he's A-okay, and we'll be seeing him next week at X Games. And there you have a look at our crew out there as they're awaiting the results to see if they advanced on through to our 10 rider final here at the Steel City Showdown. So again, from that 20 rider field, we're going to cut it in half, and the top 10 are going to advance on through to the final for their chance at that $20,000 prize purse. The prize breakdown, we got $10K going to the winner, $5,000 going to second place, $2,500 going to third, $1,000 for fourth, and $500 going out to fifth place. But also, again, if you win this event, not only are you going to walk away with $10K, but you got bragging rights to being the best rail skier in the world. So that's what's up here at the Steel City Showdown. So, yeah, hearing a little bit of chatter from our judges. Sounds like they've got it finalized. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome into the booth here Steel Spence.
What's up, DC?
In the house. What up, Steel? How you doing, brother?
Excellent, man. How you?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, I am loving everything about this event being out here.
Yeah, so first off, let's go ahead and build the suspense a little longer. We're not going to reveal the top 10 yet.
No, I'm not here to reveal them.
Yeah, let's talk about what happened when Tom hit you up. What happened? Did you get a phone call from Tom Wallisch, a text, an email? How'd it go down?
Yep, text, let's talk about it. Got on the phone. I am a huge fan of rail jams, always have been. I miss them. I'm so happy to feel that just the whole vibe arriving here at, like, you know, the rail jams that we always love with big prize money and just the insane athletes at this. I was like, yep, this is what's been missing. I've been missing these.
And like you said, insane athletes. What do you think of when you saw the start list of who we're going to be seeing out here today?
Yeah, the start list was one thing. I was like, this is going to be a show. And I'll tell you, the last 2 days of practice, the open qualifier, and the stuff that it's been the most amazing rail session going nonstop for 2 days here. Like, I've loved watching the training sessions as much as anything else.
Did you bring your skis out here?
I brought my skis out here. You did. I've been skiing every day.
Did you get to hit the course at all?
Didn't hit the course, though.
It was looking heavy. That build's looking proper. So, yeah, big shout out to the crew out here.
The setup right in front of the foggy goggle. I love the quarter pipe drop-in where the athletes are staging up there. You know, I don't ever want to see a rail jam without the quarter pipe drop-in.
Yeah, really. I really wish we could have somehow towed D-Lo into that quarter pipe drop-in.
Right.
She's such a good transition skier. That would have been rad to see her just cruise up that.
Pop a little flare, alley flat 5 on that.
Little switch alley flat 5.
Nice.
Signature a la D-Lo. So, yeah, let's talk about what we saw there. I mean, that was heavy.
It was heavy. It was such a good show, man. So, in the thing with rails, you know, sometimes it takes a couple tries to get that trick. We had people coming off early a couple times, keep seeing them try until they lock it in, and when they do lock it in, we were hooting, shouting in the judging booth. Yeah,
like Evan McEachran, he was having issues there on that first feature there, the Jersey Wall transfer.
Yeah.
With that 3 transfer on, and he stepped away from it. You saw him. He was like, all right, I'm going to step away, focus on something else. And then he came back and nailed it first try on the revisit. That was an exciting moment indeed. All right, so you guys were going off overall impression. We didn't see any scores up here in the mix. You guys are just tallying the scores, which I think is a good way to do it out here, especially for this elimination round. Overall impression.
Overall impression, yeah, it wasn't just the best trick that you did in the whole session. It's your whole presentation, your whole performance throughout the entire jam session. What features you hit, you know, the overall performance throughout the whole jam is what we were considering. So cutting the field in half down to 10.
All right, are we ready to reveal?
That's on Tom,
I think. Holding off? Okay, Tom went out there to go talk with the field, so I guess we'll just hold off for now because you guys already have you've already decided who your top 10 are.
Yeah.
But we're gonna hold off. We don't want to reveal it too soon. Blow the surprise out there. He's gonna go out there and address the athletes and say what's up to them. But let's talk about this mix of athletes. I mean, we had everything from Olympic medalists, X Games medalists.
Yeah.
and then people that you don't even see on the contest circuit that are just out in the streets filming.
Yep.
And then to some AMs, like there's a few names that I'd never even seen before coming into this mix.
Yeah, Tucker, Jackson, Zach, Massey coming, Massey. I don't know who comes up. But yeah, all those kids coming into this final from the AM qualifier last night, which was such a good show.
Yeah, and I came in, checked in. The contest was still going on when I checked in, and I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to be able to get down there and go see it. And by the time I got out here, it had just wrapped up, so I missed it. But was hearing a lot of chatter at the dinner last night. Thanks to Seven Springs for hosting a lovely dinner. It was super fun, a nice private dinner for everybody that's out here involved with the event with some delicious food. But yeah, Tucker, that was kind of a name that was getting dropped a lot from a lot of the pro dudes that are here. They were just like, holy smokes, I couldn't believe the stuff that kid was throwing down.
Seriously, he was putting on a real clinic the last 2 days. Soon, just knocking off tricks on every single feature, tech tricks on all the features, and he's been fun to watch. And back to Seven Springs, so much thank you to Seven Springs for their investment, their support of free skiing and all the events that they host. This one bringing in all these pros. I mean, I love their support of the free ski industry.
All right, well, looks like Tom's out there on the course, and there you have it. He's calling out the names, and there's the graphic right there on the screen. So shout out to, Colby Stephenson, Alex Hall, Tucker Fitzsimmons, there you go, the AM making it on through. Jackson Karstetter, another AM making it on through. Alex Belmar, Evan McEachran, Zach Massey, all three AMs getting through. Cal Carson, Bobby Sullivan, who qualified through from the Tell Your Friend Tour over in Killington, and then the Norwegian, Siver Vol. And I mean, obviously, he was lacing tricks as well, but just his body language when he was out there, Siver Vol just brought it.
Yep, he had so many landed tricks. He was having so much fun, hyping up the crowd. He was so much fun to watch in this one.
So was that in any particular order as far as like who the top qualifier was? Or?
Those are in no particular order. Okay. Those are just our top 10 moving on to finals tonight.
Nice. All right. Well, there you have it. Steele Spence breaking it down. I appreciate it, Steele. So your qualification or your elimination round, because they all were qualified to be here. It was an invite only, except for, well, even the AMs. That was even an invite only. But they had to qualify through from that AM contest last night to get in there, and the three AMs you saw do that. So there you have it. Our elimination round is complete. We whittled our field in half, and our finals are set for Tom Wallisch's Steel City Showdown. The first time ever here this contest has happened at Seven Springs. And we're hyped. Congrats to all the guys and gals for throwing it out there. But finals coming your way this evening here at the Steel City Showdown.